Hello, good evening. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the stream. It takes me a bit more to set up because there are a few things more to set up now. But, yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Let's switch to this. Hello. Hello. Hey. So I didn't have a lot of time between the last stream and today. So actually we are pretty much where we left. Usually when I can, I do some work meanwhile, but this time I did not have a lot of time. Hello, Tony. And so we are starting from where we left. We were working on. Oh, wait, I forgot to advertise here. In the Unreal Engine Discord. Yeah. Okay, so we still have our avatar on the bottom left, as you can see. And so where we left, we were working on the weather system, in particular rain and fog. Now, let me recall where we were because I'm not. We were working on. So we finished basically the coding side, right? So we had updated everything on the code side, I think except the stop weather. So the stop weather was still in need of some work, and so is something that I need to do. I can do it now. But apart from this, let's say all the coding side was basically done. And let me just move the chat here so I can see it in case. Okay, now it should be easier for me to see it. So the stop weather, I think, is called by a specific command or is called by an event when the duration of that particular weather is finishing, is completed, is reached. And I think it's simply cycling through all the events that are actually running in that particular sector, and it's checking that the sector is the same, the event type is the same, or we have a type equal to 0, right, which in our case will be none. An incoming type equal to none, and this one equal to rain or snow. Okay. Delete index, I think we searched it already, was removed that. Yes, was removed that. Okay, so I think with that, let me recompile, but I think that with that it should be fully working. I mean, it should be fully ready, not working. It should be fully ready server side to accept messages and to send those messages to the client. into the blueprint system. So I'm recompiling, it's taking a bit. Let's wait the completion of the recompilation. Finally, the temperature outside is a bit better. At the moment it's raining outside, and is much more fresh than what it was. It was super hot weather in the last few days. Okay. So we succeeded. So let's launch the editor and let's go client side. Now I'm thinking that I should. So just 1 second. Why would I switch that? It's kind of becoming weird. It's like it's changing, a resolution or something. No, it's okay. It's okay. So I'm launching the editor now. And if you remember the last time we were discussing about the sky object. So all the weather system is connected to one object which is called sky blueprint, which is sitting under work content, and then I think weather, yes, and sky is this guy, sky BP. And inside of this one we have basically all the logic, well, not all the logic, we have all the triggers, to generate weather on the client side, right? And if we go back to our mission, what we said is that we had to connect the weather manager with the client and sending the event. So now at the moment we are basically here. So we are basically on this one because the events are actually getting sent from the server to the client. Yes, we were working on this. Now I remember a bit better now that I see it. So we were working on this one, and in particular to the network information. Yes. So this one, thunderstorm, rainstorm, dense fog. So this one we did already connect, right? Because these one are called, let me just do a quick reference so we open up, even if I think it was inside player controller, but let me check. So if I do find references of this everywhere, there it is. Well, there is one in the win options. No, this one is no. This one makes no sense. Let me search for 1 second because I think I'm not looking at the right place. Character BP, weather, rain. Okay, here it is. So that is inside a character blueprint and is receiving a weather event from the server side, and then is switching based on these parameters and is switching based on that. And is connecting, yes. Info, yes, I just have to be sure that lightning. I just have to be sure that this info is actually passed through properly. So let's start with the rain, which is the one. So I have to connect this one to this one to be sure that we are passing it through. And then I will have to connect to the other ones down here. This one will have to be connected here, so I can delete this. And then snow and the other stuff we will do it later on. Okay, so here basically when the rain is triggered, we should get here, and we should reach. Now the time, because I don't think we have a sense of we don't have any information. No, we don't have any information of the time. The problem is if I don't pass in any value, I think it will not play anything. But okay, so let's try to connect this. All these ones are just the branches that gives us the information if he has, if it's snow, if it's fog, if it's lightning. So this one we don't really care. But we have these are all integers. Okay. Now we need to match somehow, you know, these two set of parameters, because actually they have been made by different people in different epochs and different times. So here we have the drops, the fade. Basically the drops is the heavy or light rain. So the more this goes up, the more you have rain, right? Fog density, wind strength, lightning frequency, thunder frequency, cloud density, rain frequency. I think it's this one. Now the problem is, what is a good value, you know, because I don't know. I think that basically what I need to connect, these downfall drops to rain frequency. So I have to connect these two. Now the problem is if the scale is okay, because I think that our drops at the moment are actually going from like 0 to 200 or something like that, if I remember right. Downfall drops 0 equal no downfall. Yeah, but I think there was a randomization of this. There was a randomizer. Let me just check event value. Info raindrops less than 8,000. Wow, 8,000 seems to be a pretty big value. Ah no, the fog was between 0 and 200. Downfall drops. Where is this calculated? There must be a randomization somewhere. No. Event dot value. What is here? Handle weather event. UPS weather event. Event value. Yeah, I think it's this one. Why we called it value, which is a bit annoying. But it's basically when we generate a new event. Let me see if I find it, because here is not that clear. Q next event, there it is. Event value. Event value. So it's when it says Q next. So our entry point is Q next event. Q next event. Start weather. There it is. Get random weather density. There it is. Get random weather density. Get random weather. So it's this one, huh? Get random weather density is actually doing a random between 0 and the max density. So the max density, I think, is actually defined in the database. Min drops and max drop. Yeah, so I think at the end is reading these two values, right? Is reading these two values, which are, we are in the right database at the moment. Let me see, I think we are in the right database, yes. So let's take the main city, which is the easiest, okay? This one, level, okay, sector 15. Sector 15. Rain mean drops, okay, 2000, 8000. Okay, so the scale we defined in the database is between basically 0 and 8000, but let's say 2000 and 8000. So this is kind of the range that we have at the moment. Actually, it's the same. It's the same for every sector. I don't know why, but basically it's raining the same in every sector. I think it was, but because it's randomizing between those two values, so you can have heavy rain if it goes up to 8000, or you can have lighter rain if it goes to 2000, right? So okay. So the I don't know if we want to put it somewhere in the code as well, but I think we can maybe put just a comment here under rainstorm. Okay, maybe here we can say downfall drops is the intensity of the rain defined in the database. I don't know if I want to put also the okay. I changed window, it deleted my thing. So downfall drops is the intensity of the rain defined in the database. Okay, I just want to copy this thing. Mean drops, copy column names. I don't understand. If I do copy column names, why is no copy column names meaning only this one? Man, only this one, not the whole thing. Okay, I did it. Rain mean drops and rain max drops. Okay, so let's say that we have a range at the moment defined between 2000 and 8000. Okay, so now if this was the range of the old game, so it may be completely off compared to the new game, so we will have to see. Now here, rain frequency, right? Rain frequency was actually 1. Let me see what is doing. What is the code doing here for setting rain? Set target weather. Hello guys, I see some other people joined. Welcome to the stream. fog density, wind, thunder, rain frequency. Okay, rain frequency is this one, right? Which is going, if I'm not mistaken, no, no, this one. Array is going into this array, element number 5. Now, I don't know why we have all these array elements and not we have named variable, because it's a bit confusing. But anyway, it's going into this array at index 5 and it's putting whatever value we are getting out of it. Okay. Okay. Now, after this, I think we do the apply. The apply, I think, is where we do all the magic, right? I think is where we do all the magic. Rain capture, set actor location. Is a scene capture 2D reference. Okay. Now I want to understand where we put set fogging color density, set material parameter on the skybox, time input. But all of this is working on the array named A. By the way, we named these two array A and B. It's a very bad practice, so I don't know why we named it this way. We should name them in a way that is actually understandable what the hell they are doing. Apply B is basically set into I think I understand what it is. So basically A and B are the two sets to drive a transition. Hello Maui, welcome. So to drive a transition between one state of the weather and another state of the weather, right? And so I think that's why is setting one as the other. The only problem of doing it like this the time of the day is 6. Because the way it does it is basically looping. It's basically looping through all the possible weathers. Okay, I understand. I understand. Is interpolating the constant. Well, this is just for the transition. This is just to transition from 0 rain to full rain, and it takes some time. And so this is the interpolation function, and that's fine. Where I still don't get exactly where it is the place apply to. Here it is. Get 5. Okay, you see that it's doing a get 5, so it is getting actually the rain value. Is multiplying it by 40,000. And setting a float parameter on our P rain. Okay. So, step by step, we will reach it. Don't worry, we will find out. So there is a particle system. which I assume get p-rain. But p-rain is so basically it's fixed. Oh yes, it's fixed. So it's a fixed particle system. It's a fixed particle system always applied to the sky object. Okay, I understand. Okay, so it's a particle system always applied to the sky. So it's always sitting there. Then for the particular player, I think is moved. Hello Jay, welcome. I think for the particular player is moved then in the right location, right? And is set up in the right location. I'm just a bit surprised. Okay, because this is just a variable. This is a particle. This is a particle emitter. Okay, but okay. So this is the actual. This is the actual, which by the way is called p-rain as well. But this is the actual particle system. Which is what is the things we want to do? Which I don't know if he has already an input variable, but this particle system should have, like we have seen, where was that? In apply to, yes, in apply to. So it's setting a parameter, which is actually the parameter called spawn rate. Okay, so I'm expecting this I was expecting this to have, unless it's embedded, spawn rate, there it is, parameter name spawn rate. Okay, for some reason you cannot search it, but because I didn't click on that. Okay, now I can search it. So you see the spawn rate, parameter name spawn rate, constant. Okay. So this one, I'm just wondering why I cannot see it here. Because the value that we are passing in is a number which is interpolated between 0 and 1 and then multiplied by 40,000, right? And then is then passed through this set float parameter, and then is passed through this, through this variable parameter. No, sorry, here a spawn rate. One second, spawn rate. Min input, max input. So 0, 40,000. Min output, max output. 0, 40,000. Constant 0. Okay, but let me try to do 40,000. It's not changing anyway. Constant 0. I still don't see it. I don't know if I don't see it because it's anyway managed in a different way, but I was expecting to see it somehow. Because, by the way, in game we can see it, okay, but why we cannot see it here? Particle events counts. Yeah, this thing is actually running, so this thing is actually running. I don't know if it's a problem with the background, which is black, but I don't think so. It is basically enable disabled, and this is our actual particle. Let me just see if this is compiled properly, huh? Render target rain. Yeah, this thing is a bit complex. I didn't make it actually. Someone else made it. So I think for now we should assume, because it's interpolating based on the player position as well. So maybe this one is at the moment is not. But anyway, let's not make things more complex than they should. Okay. So I mean, it's working now. So I don't think I need to understand it fully. The only thing I need to understand is that this value needs to be this value will come through. Yeah, I just don't know if I want to rescale the 2000 to 8000 to our 40,000. I mean, I don't know if I want to scale it that way, or if I want to scale it kind of differently. I think we will have to test, but basically the idea will be that I need to well, I can just take this value and divide it, right? So if I have a range between 2000 and 8000 and I have to rescale it, I can just divide it by 8000. I have my scale, right? Because if it will be 1, if it will be 8000 will be 1, right? So I just divide. So yeah, let's do that. So I just divide it by 8000, assuming that 8000 is the max. So we assume that the maximum is 8000 at the moment, right? So this will give me, I don't know, for example, if it's 4000, will give me a 0.5, right? And this one will be then our rain frequency, which in our system is rescaled to 40,000, but it's just because the particle system that is working that way. Okay, so maybe what we can do, we can print out, just to be sure, we can print out maybe here, just temporarily, this value, or this value. Yes, let's print out 1 second. Let's put it maybe outside the graph, just to remember that it's something that we want them to remove. And this will be raindrops. Let's call it raindrops. Raindrops, and this will be the percentage. So we are sending in a percentage. Okay, so this will happen. This will happen once, right? When we are okay. The other issue I have is the time, because the time, I think, will make a difference. If I put the value that I get from here, which unfortunately is 0, I think nothing will happen. So I think I need to plug in. I think I need to plug in the time, or I need to check whoever was calling. You see the time is like 050505. I don't know what is this 05 actually. Is it the time of transition or is it the time of the full thing? Because time is going inside of this and time is going, I think this thing is a bit complex anyway, is going into the array number 6. Okay, so we need to search basically a get 6. I think this one we can delete, other one is not needed anymore. Set the time from outside of this blueprint. Input the time of the day in hour. Input is the time of the day in hours, which gets converted to 1-0 range, where 0 is the midnight and 0-5 is the midday. Okay. No, but the time, okay, because this is the one managing day and night. There is the one managing day and night. Why is then putting in these? So basically this value is only as an effect when you are changing day and night. Okay, maybe I'm a bit unsure about this time. I think this time will mess up with us. I can remove it for now and just put 0.5, which is the same value that was used before, and then we will tweak it later. Okay. Okay, so let's try like this. Let's try like this because we have a lot to test anyway. We have to test that the whole server thing is actually working. Okay, so what I want to do, I want, oh my god, the cam. Hello Sand, do you like my cam? Is real time, is real time face tracking. It's tracking my face, left and right, left and right. It's tracking my face, my eyes, my mouth, and I have just some additional small thing to do that I can do. Like I can do this. Hello, but it is here. I'm not really raising my hand. Okay, it's part of the software, and I can stick my tongue out and move it. No, it's not an iPhone app. It's called Face Rig. It's this one. It's called Face Rig. Is a Steam app, and actually, if you want, you can change. You can also have different characters. I mean, this is just one of the characters. What is the character? No, it's not using a Unreal Engine. It's not. Even if I know Unreal Engine has it, so they actually were discussing about this. It actually is why I did it, because I read about this new Unreal Engine facial animation and stuff, and I said, okay, is it possible to do it in a simple way? And yes, at the end, it's possible to do it in a simple way for a stream, which will be completely different for the game, right? Because for the game, well, actually, I could record this me moving or doing something, you know, and then pass it to a character in the game, but that is a completely different discussion, you know. So it has nothing to do with this. It would be a completely different discussion. But yeah, I decided to make, you know, the stream a bit more lively. So I think I was thinking that if you see someone speaking, maybe becomes more interesting to people. I don't know. Maybe you can relate more, you know, to the character somehow, and and so it's better. You like it, huh? Yeah, I like it as well. That's very fun. Okay, so what we need to test? We need to test that this now. My only issue is how do we trigger this? How do we trigger this? I think as soon as we start the server, it will do the start weather, and the start weather will decide if in a specific sector there is rain or not. Maybe we can force it, right? But the easiest will be get random. So I think we can debug here and check if yes, let's debug here. Maybe this will be okay. Yeah, okay. Let's start the server 1 second and see what happens. Okay, I will run it in debug mode, so at the moment we don't care too much. Basically, for every sector in the game, it will decide which kind of weather there is, right? And will load it in memory. And server side will do nothing, obviously, because it's not playing the rain on the server side. It's not showing rain. Server side is headless, so it doesn't render anything. What I like of the face recognition is that it recognizes the position of my eyes. So if I look up with my eyes, or if I look down, or if I look right or left, it's actually following the eyes as well. I don't know how the hell it does it, but so it's not just the movement of the head, but it's also the movement of the eyes. I think at the end the eyes are kind of easy because they are like black on white, and so. Okay, so here we have a problem though. We have a problem because our data is okay. So this is the first time we run this code. So I'm expecting, I'm expecting it to crash, or anyway to do some weird stuff. So basically, we are initializing the, as you can see here, we are initializing the weather manager. We are iterating to all the sectors, which means all the areas in the game which may have weather, and for each one, right? And for each one, we are starting the weather system. So the weather system is checking the stuff and is doing is weather enabled, right? Now, for some reason, SI get weather enabled is currently crashing because in my weather data, because weather data is completely empty. Okay, so probably we don't load it up. We don't load, strange though, because we should be loading this data in the sector information. Weather data is completely empty. So okay, so at the moment we don't have any weather data loaded from the database. Okay, which is obviously bad. Now we need to go in the code at the startup, which I would say will be in Cache Manager. And there should be a preload sectors. Okay. Which is here. So I was thinking that weather should have been loaded here. There it is. Okay. Okay. You see this you fix me temporary removed? It's because actually we did remove the thing, and okay, let me save this. So there's another piece of code that we didn't port properly, and we need to port. Hello guys, if you're new to the stream and you have any question, please let me know. I can answer you. If you are confused on what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, why my face look like the one of a tiger, you can ask me. Okay, so this thing should be removed, and here we should ensure that this thing is awful. Okay, someone commented this. Okay, I understand. But I think that now we have this because I converted it, so I think that this one should compile fine now. Because if you remember the last time, it was like 2 days ago, we have added all these functions. We have ported back all these functions. The only difference is that this one is now an enumeration which is called eWeather. Yeah, so basically at the moment it was not loading any weather information, so that's why it was not. That's why it was crashing, because basically the sector was without weather. Okay, I think now should be fine. The rest, yes, the rest should be fine. Okay, let's recompile. Let's start it again. And now I think it should not crash there anymore, but we should see some actual data going through. Or not. Maybe not. Okay, succeeded. Let's run it. Sand, usually you have your face, right, in your stream. I don't remember. I think you have your face, but if you want to know how I did it, I can give you the pointers. It's pretty easy. It's easier than you think. Okay, it's now running. It should arrive to our weather system here as soon as it loads the weather manager. And by the way, I hear thunder outside, so it's perfect timing for our weather system. I'm expecting it to go. Okay, in fact, he arrived here. Okay, he arrived here. Now we can check which is the sector. The first sectors are pretty. This sector is a room sector. Okay, this is basically a dummy sector, so it's not one that actually has any reasonable definition. So it will go through all of them. Yes, it started with the first one, you say, which is this one. But anyway, I think even this one has the default value in. So the minimum raindrops is 2000, the maximum is 8000. So anyway, it will try to randomize a value between 2 and 8. I don't know if it goes to 0 or. Okay, so he checked if the rain is actually enabled on this sector, and he said yes, it's enabled. In fact, in our database for this particular sector, you see rain enabled is yes. So he's going through this, and now he's randomizing. He's randomizing the weather gap and the the rain gap and the rain density. Right? and now here is returning. Okay, so how do we see? I think the easiest for us to see it is in the queue next event. So if we put a breakpoint here, all the calculations. By the way, we also have the log. We have the log. So I think if I just do F5 and I reach it here, yes, will be the easiest. So the first value, get random weather gap. What is this thing doing? It is returning. It is returning. What is this? What are these two values, boys? Could this be milliseconds? It seems to be a huge number, but considering there is the 3600, if this would be milliseconds, then it would be 3600 seconds, which is 1 hour. Okay? Which is 1 hour. And this one, which is 345 600, right? Divided 3600, 96 hours. So there is a gap. I mean, there is a, do we have a documentation of this freaking mean rain gap? Because I'm going crazy already. Yes, I think we do. Mean gap. Set the maximum. The mean gap sets the minimum time between two automatically triggered rain events. Okay, yeah. So I think it's in milliseconds. Yeah. So it's. I mean, if he rains one time now, and then it stops for whatever reason, it will not rain again. It will not rain again earlier than 1 hour, or earlier than whatever gap has been defined, whatever timing has been defined here. I don't know if you really need this in the database, but okay. They say that we have it in the database, so we assume that's okay. So the only issue of this is that this one is in milliseconds, right? Our Unreal Engine timer thing is working in seconds. So if I pass in this in milliseconds, it will become an infinite value. I mean, it will never rain again. So I have to divide it by 1000 basically. And I think I can also round it. Why we did it in milliseconds? I mean, it's milliseconds. It's like we want to be very, very, very precise. Super precise. Okay. So actually here I can run this print. I can run this print, but we can see the output. No. Sorry here. The sector is printed out in a weird way. Why? Because I didn't escape it. Fuck. Okay. No, because the sector is a char point. I think I need to do a char to t char, ANSI to t char and then the reference it probably. But anyway, apart from that, we don't care. Here the delay ticks is a super huge value. Now, the super huge value should be divided by 1000. So if we take this and we divide it by 1000, that is the result, which divided by 3600 is 53 hours. Okay, so yeah, I think we need to tweak these values a bit, otherwise we will never. But basically, it decided that for 53 hours, now I have to understand if it's game time or real time, but it decided that it will rain, and then for other 53 hours we will not rain anymore. No, wait. He decided that the next time it will rain, it will be 53 hours from now. Yes. Because actually it's putting this value in the latex. These are huge values, so it means that it never rains. Right? Or it very rarely rains in the game today. Can someone confirm it? I mean, in the old game, because this value seems to be very big, very big values. I mean, the minimum is 1 hour, but I mean there is so much span between 1 hour and 96 hours, so it's kind of insane range, you know. So what we can do for now, let's just change this, okay, to something that is in few minutes, so we are sure that we are triggering our event, okay. So let me do an update of this. So let me change it. Okay, we can leave it in milliseconds here because I don't want to change the logic. So our database stays as it is, but still this value seems to be insane. And by the way, it's the same in all the sectors, so no one ever changed this, which is kind of bad. There is a copy of the production database, right? If I'm in the right database, yes I am. So it's a copy of the production database, so no one ever changed these values, which is a bit of a shame, but that's the way it is. Very rare to see rain. Yeah, I imagine, because with these values is insanely unlikely. Well, it depends how much you are in the game. If you're in the game a lot, but okay, so one thing at a time. So we're going to update our sectors, and we want to set the mean rain gap, rain mean gap equal to, let's do, I don't know, 2 minutes or even 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. So it will be 60,000 in milliseconds. Okay, and then will be rain max gap. Let's do the same. So it's always, well, no, let's do between 1 minute and 1 minute and a half. Okay, so 90,000. So 90,000, and I will do it everywhere. Okay, so you're about to do an update. You're going to destroy your database. Yes, I want to do it. Okay, so now we have 60,000 and 90,000 in the database, which is between 1 minute and 1 minute and a half, so which is perfect. Now the only thing we need to do, we need to divide delay ticks by 1000, because here we are working in seconds and not in milliseconds. Okay, and I think I would do it here also in the print, so that we see consistent information. Okay, so basically that event will trigger after 1 minute. Well, actually, after 1 minute that the server started is a bit stupid, but anyway, I think it's okay. For now, it's okay, just a test, okay? Just then we will tweak the values as we want. And then it will decide the value, so how much it rains. My only question is, do we decide if it rains or not? or do we decide just the amount, and if the amount is below a certain threshold, then it doesn't rain? Because as I see it, is anyway always choosing a value, right? Yes. Now I don't know if in the trigger of this guy, maybe there is a threshold thingy. Let me see. Trigger. Okay, handle weather event. So basically here is where is triggering the weather event. See if you want to ignore this event. Okay, this one I don't understand too much. So where is this ignore coming from? So who is populating this array of ignoring event? Because then after this, what it does is just switching on the fact if it's rain, and is checking the current raindrops, blah blah blah, and I want to see if there is a minimum threshold. Seems not. If event value, well, event value, that is a bit stupid. I mean, I was unless it's in the ignore, because the ignore is managed here. Is pushing here the events. Removed disturbing event from sect. So basically, it seems that it rains all the time. Event value is greater than 2000. An event SISI is raining. Q event to stop rain. Get random weather duration. Okay, so here is the duration. So basically, client side, the rain should run infinitely, and then the server will ask him to stop. So that's the way it works. But the way I see it now, it seems that is anyway generating these events. Okay, let's try to run through it and see what we get. Okay, now that we did that change, so let me stop everything. Let me recompile it now that I did the change of the timing and the other stuff, and we see which kind of events we are generating. But my understanding, so I was expecting, you know, so the server starts. Okay, so let's do this. The server starts and checks every sector to decide weather. So that is how it works today. So for every sector, is throwing some dices. Okay, so and is randomizing the events, and is randomize rain, snow, fog, lightning, etc. So, but the problem is that it seems to me that it is rolling lightning. That is rolling a dice for each one anyway with the intensity. So it's randomizing the intensity of all this stuff, right? And then it's sending it to the client. So I don't understand. So to me, it looks like it's raining anyway, but probably I'm missing something, because I was expecting, you know, before this randomizing intensity, I was expecting something like, do we want rain now or not? You know, do we want snow? Do we? So I was expecting a randomization between the weather system to decide, but this thing at the moment I don't see it in the code, so it seems it's not there. But how is possible? Otherwise, it would rain all the time. So I'm definitely missing something. But just by reading the code, it is what I see. This is what I see. It is what I see, but it's very weird, huh? Start weather. You see, start weather is not randomizing anything. Start weather is just saying, is rain enabled? So, like, is it possible that it rains? Yes. Okay, then randomize the gap and randomize the weather density. So decide when it will start. That's probably the trick, right? The trick. Okay. So that's probably the trick, because considering that the trick is between 1 hour and 96 hours, that's probably why it's so. Okay, now I think I understand it better. So it's doing this. So it's randomizing. Actually, it's there. Randomize when the weather event will happen, and in our current database is between 1 hour and 96 hours. So for example, the previous run is said 53 hours, so it was very big range. So it was not raining for 53 hours, right? Which start to make more sense, you know, of why it was such a big number. And then, you know, then he randomized the intensity, and then he queues. So he basically put it in a queue. He queued the weather event with the right time, right? Which, for example, in our case was 53 hours after. Okay. No, I think I understand it better now. So let's see. He's queuing the next event, and here is queuing a delay of 89 seconds. Okay, so it took nearly 1.5 minutes. So it took nearly the maximum value, and is going to schedule it here. Okay. When this happens, then I want to catch the trigger though. I want to catch the trigger. The trigger is here, right? So if I do F5, ouch, something happened. Spawn manager was null. Because the world doesn't exist yet. Okay, so okay. So our weather system needs the spawn manager to be available. Otherwise, the game world will not exist. So I need this to be running already, right? I hope so. Otherwise, we will have to start the events after. Let's see. Come on, IntelliSense. New spawn manager is inside the spawn manager. I can tell you where is it if you cannot find it. Is here. Is here. Okay, now it doesn't even take the scope. Okay. He's parsing by thinking. He's thinking like no, it is preloading the database. No, here we don't have it. I think we have it only in begin play. Yes. I think we have it only in begin play, unfortunately. So yeah. Okay, so we need to split this weather system into two, but it will be very easy. We know it's not complex. We just need, so we can initialize the weather manager. I mean, create a new manager, but then we will have to initialize it. Or I can just copy the whole thing. Because, yeah, maybe I just copy the whole thing. Because I have to do it no, I need to split it. I need to split it. So I will do this. I will only create a new manager. So it's at least initialized Visual Studio. Visual Studio. Yeah, but the starting of the weather, exactly. So we create a new weather manager which is empty. But the start of the weather, we do it only inside game state, and we do it obviously only on the dedicated server, and we do it only after spawn manager get the world. So we will do it here. Initialize weather manager needs the world to be available for triggers to run. Okay, for timers to run. So initialize. So I think if we do it like this, will be okay. The only difference, so let's stop it, recompile. The only difference is that we are waiting the world to go online and be available, and then we initialize the weather, which by the way makes sense because I mean you can have weather only if your sky and your world is actually loaded. So I think it makes sense. Okay, succeeded. Let's run it again. If anyone is new to the stream, I will really appreciate if you can click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, because the more we are, the more fun we have. Okay, starting up. Now I'm expecting, now the initialization will be a bit later, but it's okay. Then I want to catch the this event, yes. I want to catch this event. This would be rain. It will say, okay, in 1 minute in this sector. Okay, so let's just go. Let's print this. He said in 70 seconds. Okay. Okay, then it will do it. It will obviously do it for all the sectors. So I think I can now remove this breakpoint. So we'll do it for all the sectors. Oh shit. It seems it's in a loop. Okay, I know what I did. I know what I did. I didn't increment the variable in the loop, most likely. Exactly. Small bugs. Yeah, it was basically doing it forever. It was interesting though it was not crashing, but I know because it was always doing it on the first one. Yeah. Can we also change that printout to be correct? Teacher to answer. Q next event. Q next event. Teacher to answer. I would like to do this just to have a proper printout. We will convert to to event Q. I need the Q. We will convert to sharp pointer only later, so that we have so that we have the ability to print out properly the value without getting crazy. Exactly. So this one will become like this, and so we will see the sector, and then just for the Q. Okay, fine. Let me recompile this. I think we're making good progress. I don't know if you can feel it, but maybe not. But I think we're making good progress. Basically, this is the first time we run this code, okay, which has been converted from the old game. So it's obvious that there are some issues, and it's obvious that there is some stuff to fix. But basically, the whole structure seems to be fine, so it's running okay. Now we are finding some small issue to fix, but the whole logic, of scheduling weather events and checking if it's rain, snow, lightning, or whatever, it seems to work fine, which is good. So I think we have basically the server side running fine. Let me try to do a suspicious face. Pretty suspicious. It works. It works. Okay, it's compiling. I was just checking meanwhile if something was happening in our social medias. I will drink a bit. When my face is not in front of the cam, it's basically setting the default position. Hmm. He's saying one failed. Why one failed? One failed. Okay. Easy. Meanwhile, I was browsing through some snow examples, okay? Because one of the benefits of having a real engine is that we don't have to recreate everything from scratch. And now snow, I mean, snow is not just something that we need, you know, snow is needed in basically every game. So I'm expecting, you know, to get a lot of help from a real engine to implement snow. And so I found, you know, under particle effects, some examples, like fire example, snow example, water example. Water example, I don't remember if it's just water surfaces. Yeah, it's just water surfaces. Okay, but it's not rain. Waterfall, collision, splash. Yeah, no, it's not. But snow, I think is snow. Okay, it's what we need. And there are different type of snow here. There is like blizzard or blizzard, edge blown snow, which I have no idea what is it. I think just the snow getting down from an edge. I don't know, getting. Then there is this snow flare. I don't know. There are different. There are a few effects. I think the first one that we need is this one. Is the first one. But so when we will arrive there, I hope soon, we can try to see if these examples, you know, are already good enough for us. What? Sure. Season. Why saying that T iterator is not defining? Okay. Plus plus iter, he liked it. Iter plus plus, he didn't. Okay, fine. Okay, let's run it again. So now it should be fine. It should not loop forever. It should also print the sector name properly. Now we have the log for weather enabled, so we should see everything that happens. And at the moment, I have disabled the breakpoint, so we should just see a list of, I don't know, 80 sector or how many we have, you know. Okay, so this is just the initial startup, blah, blah, blah. This is just standard stuff, don't care about it. Don't care about this. It's loading. Okay. It is our start weather. Is weather enabled for the sector? Okay, I think we can disable this. So now maybe we didn't see it, but it generated. It should have generated somewhere. Okay, anyway. No, I think it didn't. QNext event. Wait, I removed the breakpoint also from the QNext event. Yeah, but we should have the QNext event, right? We should have the Q next event. Yes. There is the delay that have been randomized. Why the delay is still so high? But anyway, 73 is good. So in 1 minute and a half, we will trigger, in 1 minute and a half, we will trigger handle weather event. So it should arrive here in theory, right? In 1 minute and a half, it should arrive here. I don't understand why there are still such high values. Okay, arrived there, you see. So for one of the sectors, which in this case is arena upper, okay. So which is one of the sector that we have defined here, which is fine. This one, right? Still don't understand why certain values are still so high. Why we have a 308,000? I don't understand. The maximum should be between the minimum. So I don't know why we have these values. Unless I forgot to. Okay, I think I know why. No, because I'm doing it in the. I'm dividing by 1000 here. So, how is possible that we schedule an event with fuck. Because there is a different one for rain, for snow. Okay. So there is another one which is min gaps, max. Okay. So let's consider only rain. So he basically scheduled the rain properly, because the rain is this one, right? The rain is this one. So 73, 89, 67, 61, 74. These are the ones that are proper. Okay, the others are snow and fog, which still have crazy numbers. Okay, we will change them later. For now, so it's okay. Everything is fine. Now let me see if it goes to this ignored. Now ignored is empty. So at the moment, it should switch event type. It should switch to rain exactly. It should check if we have any current event SI. Current raindrop is 0. So it's setting the drops to event value. So to 2112. Okay, 2112. So it's a very light. It's a very light rain. It's a very light rain. And okay, it's also printing it out, so that's good. So we can also see the log in theory. Yes, new rain in sector, blah blah blah, 2000. Okay, perfect. Then what is it doing? Okay, then it goes through all of this, but we don't care too much. Save the current fog and calculate new. If event value. Only save fog history once. SI fog density. But I don't understand exactly why it's doing fog here when fog density is 0 anyway. So okay, anyway. Um, mm, calculate the fog to be linear range between 0 and 200. What the fuck is this? So it decided by itself that there is a fog density of 27. Because if there is rain, automatically it adds some fog. You know, he adds some fog. Okay, fine. Fine. Okay, I don't know. We did this. It's okay. I think I can put a comment here, by the way, because then he's setting this, he's setting this, he's setting this, setting the fade. He's doing a bunch of... Okay, so here there is something else that I want to understand. There is get random weather fade in. Okay, so downfall fade. What is this fade thing? Here we have the same issue. I have divided by 1000 because this is again in seconds. Get random weather fade. I think this one is this one. Mean fade in, max fade in. Right? So this one, yeah, this one is a bit fucked up considering we have put it down to 1 second, but to 1 minute. But so I will try to fade in. But we need to divide it by 1000. This one has to be divided by 1000 or it will never work. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my god. If you change something, it becomes immediately upset. Okay, I will stop it. But anyway, here is divided by 1000 in both cases. And is deciding the downfall. And then here is broadcasting the weather event, okay? Is broadcasting it to everyone. So if there is a player already connected, which in this case is impossible because it's 1 minute after the server starts up, but it will broadcast the weather, okay, to them. Okay. But I think it's good. So let me try now to do this. Let me try to let it run and connect with a client. Right? Connect with a client, and we see if we receive client side the information that in that particular sector is raining. Now we need to be sure that our IDLA, our main city, has rain enabled. Yes. So I think this thing will happen. Now the question is when it will stop. Rain max duration. The duration is between 10 minutes and 1 hour. Again in milliseconds. Again in milliseconds. So let me just check the duration. This one is the one that we have to check because duration, event duration. Get random weather duration. There it is. This one should also be divided by 1000. Otherwise it will take forever. Then we will have to do the same for snow, and I don't know if I want to do it now, but Yes, this one is to be divided by 1000. And where is stops the fog? There is no stop fog. I don't know. Okay, but for now I think we are good on our rain, because now we are testing. Now we are testing rain, and let's keep it on rain. Let's keep it on rain, boys. When I look like this, it's because I'm looking on the other monitor, which is on my right. Even if it looks that my character is looking at his left. Yeah, actually the directions are inverted. Okay, it compiled. So my suggestion will be to let it run. It will generate weather, at least rain weather, in the server for all the sectors. Then we connect with the client, and we want to see if our client is receiving the event on connect. Yes. I mean, if I start the client early enough, potentially I could catch it. I could catch even before the rain is set. Hello, Dakre. Hi. Yes, because in our old game we were using milliseconds, and the idea is to keep the database exactly with the same values. I don't want, because my current flow is to take the old database in production and then run it through a sequence of scripts and convert it to the new database. But these values I would like to avoid touching them. Otherwise, I have to update this table divided by 1000 all the time. I don't know. It would be a bit of a mess. So we will leave it in milliseconds. And so yes, I need to change the code to be divided by 1000. So is seconds and not milliseconds, because the Unreal Engine timer is working in seconds. You can still put 0.01, but is 0.01 seconds. Okay, so I will connect. I will connect in game, and will take a bit to load everything, but as soon as it's loaded, our server should have generated, yes, these values for sector. Ooh, something happened. Okay, because we are here. Handle weather event. We need to let it go, otherwise it's generating all these events. I need to let it go. And let me go maybe in a place where we don't have this freaking noise of the... Okay, so we need to check if in this sector we actually generated an event, okay? So if I search, yes, Idla Plaza, there it is. Idla Plaza, 71 seconds. So in the sector where I am now, in 71 seconds from the server startup, in theory should rain. Now, no. I think it didn't trigger yet. I mean, is 1 minute enough? It's queuing stuff. New rain. New rain in sector. New rain in sector, new rain in sector, new rain in sector. I'm expecting a new rain in sector Idla Plaza in theory. But I don't see it. Idla Winch. Gug. Come on. It's raining everywhere except where I am. Ah, here it is. New rain in sector. Okay, new rain in sector, it actually happened. New rain in sector. It actually happened. So, is it raining? No. There may be a transition time, but it doesn't look like it's raining. But we want to see if on the client we got the event, right? Because this is where we need to go. There should have been but I don't see it. Actually, I don't see it. Okay, so I don't see it. So in theory, new rain event triggered. So new rain in sector, blah, blah, blah. So this thing actually happened, okay? And so it means that it should have called. Yeah, there should also have been this one though. Drops, density, and sector. Drops, density, and sector. Yes, it's here. Drops, density, and sector. Why sector is empty? This is not good, huh? Why sector is empty? No, sector is empty is not good. Okay, I think we have to do it again and check why when we arrive here. Let me see if it's always like this. Yeah, sector it is always empty. So we have a small bug to fix. We have a bug to fix here. So let me restart it. In theory we are setting, I see we are setting the sector here, so it should be set, but it seems there is not. So in this event, handle weather event, 1 second, because maybe I can find it even without the debug. Yeah, so this one is in this, and this is in this, and we are passing in the sector here. Set parameters. Yes. Set parameters, set parameters, set parameters. set parameters. Man, if you don't set it, it will never work. That's as easy, as simple as that. As simple as that. It's not here. I know it's here. But there is, because there is the name and there is the sector info. Okay. I mean, I can set the... By the way, can we change this also to f-string here? Because really this character pointer are so annoying. Yeah, I need to stop the client. Yeah, I was not setting the information. Now, I don't know if the information is actually used or not, but I think it is. So I think that basically we were generating the event, but then when sending it to the client was not recognizing it was in that particular sector, and so it was doing nothing. So I think we are on the right track. I don't know why we have to pass in the sector name and the sector info at the same time, because the sector info is also containing the sector name, but it's a bit of a duplication. Now it should give an error though, because we didn't change in the set parameters. Set parameters. Exactly. I think this one should go away. Set parameters. Okay, now it should compile. If you are new to the stream, yeah, it will be nice if you can click on follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube. So the next time I will stream, you will know that I'm streaming, and the more people we have, the better. It's compiling, so I'm waiting to compile. Did it show your follow on screen? I didn't see it. I see it on Dakre. I saw your follow. I see your follow in the list, but I don't know if it showed on screen. Sometimes my notifications are maybe not working. Okay, now the server is running. You played Plane Shift a long time ago? Okay, nice. Yeah, we had quite some popularity at that time, but now most of that people maybe is busy, with other stuff. But there are a lot of returning players. I've seen it also on Discord. Ah, yes, 2 days ago. Ah, yes, you are right. In fact, it says 2 days ago in the list. That's why. Okay, so let's load in. So what do we want to see? We want to see that, again, we have some events so in 84 seconds, we will have rain. This one is not a light rain, it's a medium rain. And we will have it in 84 seconds in the main sector. Now I'm expecting to see let's try to connect, because I want to catch the broadcast, because the broadcast is important to us. Is that Even if we are asking, yeah, actually we are asking it again, but okay, so in about 1 minute or less, because already some time passed by, but we should have new rain events triggering in the different levels. Okay, here it is. I will let it go. So now server side we should have the right sector, hopefully. Not yet, because it didn't trigger yet. New rain in sector. New rain in sector is la winch, arena. Okay, here it is. What do you mean 0? Wow, 0? Is the only one at 0? Why is 0? No, it's not 0. Is it raining? It's not raining. Okay, but this time we have the sector okay. We have the drops okay, and the sector name okay. So we should have in theory received client side. There it is. Nice. So on the client we received it, because this is the client drops, the client log. It says raindrops 0.7, but it seems he received 2. He received one at 0.7 and then he received immediately another one at 0. Why? Let me search on. It seems that we are generating 2 events. Ah, yes. For some reason, we are generating 2 events. Queue next event. No, but it means that it stopped already. I mean, maybe starting and stopping too quickly, because actually we are generating 2 events. But why is this one queue next event, queue next event, queue next event? Sector arena upper. Why they are offset? By the way, it's raining outside. My location is actually raining. It's just funny. It's actually raining, boys. Okay, so no, the problem is that we are generating 2 events for some reason. Maybe one is the stop already. So the first one is this, is new rain sector blah blah blah. Right? And then, so basically in 84 seconds he was doing that. Then he's scheduling another event in 463 seconds with value 0. Right? Because this is the stop. There is the stop. And it's okay, but is in you know, like 4 minutes or something. So it should not happen immediately. It should happen 4 minutes later. which is fine. No, but then we have another one. We have another one. Delay 2. But one is, wait. One is rain. And no, the rain is stopping in 2 seconds. This one is saying, stop the rain in 2 seconds. It's not good. Why is stopping so quickly? Why stopping so quickly? Why stopping so quickly? Why stopping so quickly? Is in this piece. Is in this piece. Queue event to stop the rain. Queue the event to stop the rain. Yeah, but we do it twice with value 0. Oh no, we do it once with value 0. Because this 32 is something else. By the way, if I could print out the name and not the value, it would be better. So duration. This duration is not working. Duration. So this thing is not okay. Get random weather duration. Let me check what it's doing. So it's doing a randomization between the max duration minus the mean duration plus the mean duration. So mean duration is here. So we said that the minimum duration is 10 minutes, right? Because it's 60 is 600,000, so it's 600 seconds. 600 seconds divided by 60 is 10, so it's 10 minutes. So the minimum duration is 10 minutes, okay? So how can he say 2 seconds as a result? I don't understand. So it's randomizing between 0 and the max minus the min. So the max is 1 hour and the minimum is 10 minutes. So it's randomizing. So let's say that he selected the minimum, which is 600 seconds. Plus, because there is this plus, plus mean duration. So minimum is 10 minutes plus a randomization. So even if this randomization gives a 0, the minimum will be 10 minutes. So this function should return 10 minutes. And so, which is the mean duration. The mean duration is 600,000. So the minimum value that comes out of here is 600,000. So here in this duration, we should have minimum 600,000 divided by 1,000, which is 600. So 600 seconds. So I don't understand how the hell. Or maybe we go through this. Maybe we go through this. By the way, we triggered something. So let me see in which sector we are. In which sector we are now? We are in BDGOG. Okay. We are in BDGOG and we are randomizing the weather duration. We randomized 3,274. Yeah, so a pretty big number. I don't understand why. I mean, it was just a case. Delay 2. So type 4. Ah, but you see, here is the same. Here is there is another delay too. There is a delay 1. No, there is something not working. Again, there is another one, delay 1. How can it be delay 1? I think there is some mess, maybe here. Maybe it's taking the event duration. Let me try to. I think we need to check if it's going through this. My feeling is that it's going through this. There is a wrong event duration set. Even if this one should always be empty. Huh? Event duration. Where is this coming from? This is coming from the set parameters. So actually, I don't think it can be wrong, but it's coming through this. It's coming through the set parameters. Qnext event. Qnext event. Qnext event. Qnext event. Get random weather gap. Max gap, min gap. Max gap, min gap. No, but the duration, I don't know, I'm a bit confused here. Okay, let me run it again and see when he arrives. You know what we can do? We can we can enable rain only on one sector. So we just do this only once. Right or not? Okay, yes, let's do this. So we see it only once. I think it would be easier. So let me do update sector, set rain enabled equal to no. I will do it everywhere. And set and snow enabled equal to no. And fog enabled equal to no everywhere. Okay. So basically here we destroy the data. Okay, everything is no. And now we set yes only on one sector, okay, which is our sector, by the way. So we at least we don't go through useless cycles, okay, trying to understand what is going on. Okay, so now basically we will go through this for sure only for our sector, okay. So now maybe I can even do it here. So it's a bit easier to yeah, we add the minimum. Yeah, so is 0 plus the minimum, or the minimum plus the delta. I don't know how you want to say it, but I think it's fine. It's kind of okay. Loading, loading, loading. 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 It's loading. Come on. I'm expecting it to arrive here. Or even here. No? Hello? Why is not? I mean, it should. I think it will. I think it's still thinking something. I think it's still thinking something. What's going on? Is it in a loop or what? What the fuck is doing? Platform sleep? What do you mean platform sleep? We are doing stuff. You should not sleep. What are you sleeping about? You didn't go through that. Ah, go enter that now. Because probably there was a 1 minute delay. Okay, because it does it only when it starts. I don't know. Yeah, it broadcasted the event, and now it's queuing the stop. Okay, so let's see. Event value. So value is 3000 and something. Okay. Type is rain. Yes. Is weather enabled? Yes. Okay. Here is where it does the thing. Okay. Is getting the random weather gap. Queue lightning during rain. Okay, this is even another thing. It is queuing a lightning event. Okay, but we don't care about this. We care about this. So event duration. Duration is 0. Duration is 0. If event duration, event duration. No, but this one will not be executed then. Yes, if we go here. Okay, let me see which kind of duration it pops up. Yeah, 1075. Yeah, 1075 is okay. 1075 is fine. No, why is that delay 1? It was 1075. Already divided by 1000. Boys, you saw it, huh? It was 1075. I was checking duration. Duration was 1075. Seconds. Do I divide it twice? Fuck, I divided twice, boys. I divided twice. I divided twice by 1000, that's why. I divided twice because I'm stupid. So the division by 1000 should be done only inside the queue next event, should not be done before. So here I divided twice, and so obviously the 1000 became 1. So Here the duration is still milliseconds. Here the duration is still milliseconds. Yeah, this thing is messing up with me a bit. Huh? We should... let me just check all the divided by 1000. So we have a divided by 1000 inside QNext event, which is the only one that is correct. Then we have the divided by 1000 here. And here depends how it's applied. Here it is already a bit scary, and that's it. Okay. Yeah. I had 1 divided by 1000 too much. Okay. Which is fine. This is why it was becoming 1. So it was basically not even starting. It was basically not even starting. Okay, so I think we are good. Now we run it again. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Okay, succeeded. Okay, let's go. I'm launching this. I'm launching the client again. And we see if okay, so the server is running. We need to wait at 1 minute, to have the actual trigger, but I think we can meanwhile enter the game, because the minimum is 1 minute, the maximum is 1 minute and 30 for the actual event to trigger when the server is ready. Okay, which is taking a bit at the beginning to be ready. So I think we should get the broadcast basically. If we log in quick enough, we should get the broadcast. If we log in after, we will anyway request to the server the weather status. So let me see if here we got 88 seconds with medium rain. Okay, 88 seconds with medium rain. 88 seconds with medium rain. Let's go. Now we should trigger. I don't know when, but it will trigger. In 30 seconds or so. What happened? Still running, huh? Nothing is happening. Okay, we are there. Okay, it's good. 1000. So it's saying that it should rain. I think it's actually raining. It's raining, boys! It's raining. I don't know if you can see it, but maybe you hear the sound. It's actually raining. Very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, so So now what should happen in 1078. 3020. Yeah, the problem now is that it will never stop because 3020 it will stop in 50 minutes. And there is, okay, we're not gonna wait 50 minutes, but the point is that let me just check one thing. What was the value that was pushed in client side? Client side, we got a raindrop at 0.72. 0.72. 0.72. Which is my 8,000. No, which is my cancel. Which is my 5,077 divided by 8,000, right? Okay, good. So this is the amount of rain, which is 0.7. Okay, which is 0.7 of the total. Okay, I think it's okay. It's actually raining, boys. So it's working. It's working. Now you may argue about the quality of the particle effect, and that's fine, but it's not something that I'm looking at the moment. What I'm looking at is that. So now the point is, if I change my sector, right? If I change my sector, it should not rain anymore. Because none of the other sectors have rain. The problem is that changing sector is a bit of a mess. Or I do a different split. Yeah, I think I could do a split. I could do a... Because at the moment, this whole city is one sector. So to find another sector, I will have to go a lot in this direction. Well, I can also, how can I simulate that? I can. The point is that I will fall, because at the moment I think I'm loading only this map. I'm loading only this map. Yeah. No, I need to split the sectors. I need to split this sector into two, and maybe having the split like here in a place that I can see easily, like here in the middle. So if I'm not wrong, the zero, the x0 is gonna be because so the best way would be to split it. So your current position is 203,075, 320, 10,186. If I go here, my position is 10,2064. if I go here, let me remember how we define the sectors. So there is the definition. So there is the top left. If I remember right, the top left and the bottom right of our sector, right? So 127, 381, 127, 381. Yes. So 127 horizontal, 254 horizontal. So this is the x axis of this block. 127, 254, and then there is the vertical one. I don't remember if it's bottom left or, let me do something quick. One, three. So if I go down, $318, 321. Really? 318, 321. 318, 321. So it's greater. So this one is the top. Yes. 381. So this one is minus 380, minus 381. Vertical. And it is minus 200. No? And minus 254 vertical. Okay. But anyway, so I think it would be good if we could split it. I think I can try to split it exactly here. I think I can split it exactly like, I don't know. So you have to do the horizontal one. The horizontal one is, so if I do 201 roughly, or 202, 201, so this one, slash pause, 201 something, 200, between 201 202 I will be here, okay? 201 202. So if I define this sector to be, which is Idla Plaza, okay? I define it to be 201 and then I define the next one, which can be this just for fun or whatever. So let's call it, this one is accentral. Okay, let's do accentral, which is nice. So this one will be between 201 right, and 254, like it was before. 200, it was 254, no? Yes, and 254. Okay, so with this change, we will have a split of sector exactly there. Now, it would be nice if position is also retrieving the sector. You see that your current position is, and it's saying null. I don't like this. I think now that we have sectors working, your current position, I think we can print out I think we can print out the sector as well. Okay, so we will know if we are on one sector or in another sector. Once it's working and you will have a chance to upgrade it, yes. Yes, exactly. So it is like the foundations, you know, which is allowing the server to decide which kind of sector he has. Something bad happened. I think I can just stop it. There is Visual Studio searching on all the documents. I don't know why my Visual Studio is so fucked up, by the way. I think I already updated it to the latest. I think I already updated it to the latest one, but for some reason it's not updating. What is it doing? My Visual Studio decided that searching in all the documents is too hard. I don't know. Look at this. Is dead. Like, I can kill him. I just asked him to search on all the open files. Yeah, maybe there are a few open files. I guess there are like 50 or so, but it's still like text files. So I don't know why is messing up. I think I updated it recently, so it's the latest. I mean, it's not the latest version, but it's the latest fix back in the 2017 version, which is the one that we should use with Unreal at the moment. It's 15.9.24, which I think it should be the latest. Okay, anyway. I wanted to. Can I search this thing, or do you think it will crash? Your position. What was it? Your current position? I don't know. Or there are some documents that you cannot access for whatever reason. So, like, there are some documents which. Look, if I do this with. If I do this with. Notepad++ is finding it in 1 second. And Visual Studio is still locked up. I think he has some problem with the search index. I think that the search index is not working anymore or something. You see, locked up. It locks up, really. Okay, so anyway, here is where it is. So it's in your user manager CPP. Yes, where we are not. Okay, so this is the thing that we need to change. It's still locked. It's still locked. I don't know. I cannot search. Cannot search documents anymore. No, it doesn't want to search documents anymore. I don't know why. I can close all the documents, leave, leave only one open and see what it does, okay? Let's do this last test. Maybe there are too many open documents, but I think maybe after a certain number is just not working anymore. Because everything else works, it just does this search in files. These are all the ones that are open. It's actually a pretty big number. I understand. Okay, so let's close them all. Okay, so now there are 0 documents open. I'm opening only this one, which is super small. And I do search count in all open documents. Go. You see there is something fucked up. I closed all the documents and it's still finding some open documents anyway. You see? Like this script core, it considered like if it was open. Very strange. Item actor, he considered it open. There is something fucked up, like all open documents is not. So probably he has in memory something. Yeah, for sure. He has in memory something like okay, but who cares at the moment? Anyway, there is something that is fucked up. User manager. Okay, so here basically we want to print out the actual sector, and as you can see, I think here we are invalidating. Yes, it is. There is a lot of you. There is a lot of you. Fix me. Report position. Allow GMs to get other players' entities and locations. PS character, you fix me was find player client. Okay, I think this one we can substitute. Find player client. No? Find player client. I think we have it now. We have it somewhere. Find player client. I need to be current project. Let me do a search in current project. I hope we can do it. I think it's only all open document that is chat manager. Chat manager. Message manager find player client by name. Yes. By name. We need it by name. Find player client by name. I think I need to delete the cache of my Visual Studio somehow because it seems that there is some other problem which is not related to. Yes, I think message manager find player client is good. So I think we can reuse this one. I think we can reuse this one. Now, I don't understand what it's doing here, by the way. What it's doing is if player is target, then get the target object, easy. If player is not target, is finding the character by name, and then is finding an object by string. Okay, but anyway, but this will return true. Okay, that's fine. The instance at the moment we don't care, but this is the one that we care. Sector name. Sector name. So we need to find the sector query object, but sector is coming from where? There is a mess here. There is a bad copy paste or something. Let me open the old code. I think I butchered a bit the code. The code is not as it should be. So what I'm doing now, I'm basically fixing the /pause command, so that it also tells us in which sector we are. Okay, and I don't know why I started it again. Why I need 3 of this? I already have 1. No. I already have 1. Okay, so we need to go in user manager, right? In user manager.cpp, in user manager, and go inside report position. Okay, and here for sure I destroyed something, I'm pretty sure. Sector here it is, get positions. Okay, so here is the thing. So I was getting the position, and here I'm not getting the position anymore. Okay, so I think we can do object get sector, because now it's implemented. No, it works only for players. It works only for players. And this function in theory works for everything. No, but must be a player anyway. We are doing pause of a player. Can we do pause of an object? Yes, because we can do pause of a target. Because I have get sector working on players. I don't think I have get sector on objects, but maybe we can just add it. We can just add it. I mean, actually get sector is also on the object. Okay, good. Okay, good. So I think it's simpler. It's simpler than I was thinking. So what we can do here, is to do this. Is to do APS item actor item PS item equal to cast APS item actor whatever of our object, and then we do if PS item sector equal to PS item get sector, right? Why doesn't like it? I don't know. PS item get data or get item data get sector. Right. Okay. And then we do the same with APS character, because unfortunately that function is I don't have a superclass which is you know, maybe I should, like it was in the old code, but at the moment I don't have, so there is nothing I can do about it. So I know this one doesn't look perfect, I know, but we will do it like this anyway, because I don't have a better way at the moment. Okay, so basically here we are extracting get current sector for object or character. Okay, so here we are extracting. Yeah, we just need to delete this. Hello, Oskiline. Want to become famous? Buy followers? No, thank you. You are banned from and blocked from the channel forever. GG. Okay. So, here we extract the current sector. So now that we have the sector, we can finally put back this, which was the original code. And I think we just need a sector get name, hopefully. Pointer to incomplete class is not allowed. No problem. We can add it, if it's not already here, we can add it here. Seems not. We have an issue with the. Okay, let me recompile. I think we are, so basically what I did, I put back the functionality that was allowing to provide the sector information on /pos command for objects and for people, which we need because sector get name does not exist. Well, I don't know, something else will exist. Just name, I don't know. He's parsing, he's thinking about it. I think I need to delete the cache of my Visual Studio. Delete cache files. I mean, I think I will delete all the cache files because I think my cache files probably just fucked up completely, because it seems to be no, not this cache. I want the search cache. I will search it maybe off stream, but can I access name? A sector should have a name anyway. Because I think my Visual Studio is fucked up. I'm pretty sure of that. I'm pretty sure of that. Hello, Gian. My Visual Studio is GG. But it's only GG for a matter of caching, because it's find player client chat manager. Why do you have this find player client in 1000 places, by the way? The .vs folder. Where is this .vs folder? You think is in the my app data, or look at how freaking much time it takes to fucking find this. So is searching a method which is in the same class. Okay, so it's just a matter of doing this or not. Probably not. How can you have find player client if it's not in this class? Because it's I think is in the superclass. Yes. But anyway, you just had to go in the superclass and find it. But or not. Message manager base. Find player client. Why I have this thing here? Why I have this thing here is super annoying. It's super annoying that I have it here. It's super annoying. Because is a place that where it should not be. But if I remember right, sorry, we did already this work one time, and I added inside my game mode a bunch of find. Oh, there it is. Find player entity. Okay, so we have it here already. So why I'm not just using this? Right? And by the way, I think I should already use it like this in multiple places. Exactly. So starting from any object, so we are inside user manager. Starting from player, assuming the player is valid, but I guess we no, I need client. Client is the one that calls. So client is okay. So starting from client, or I can even do it like this. I can even do it like this. It's okay. It's okay. Let's do it like this. Find player client. Yeah, it's not called find player client actually. It's called find player entity, but it's the same. I think I should remove that. I should clean up, you know, that other call that is in Message Manager because it's just messing up the thing. Okay. Wait. What do you mean? Potentially initialized. Yeah, I know it's potentially initialized. I know. It's potentially initialized. It's potentially initialized. Keep it to null. I don't know. I mean, if it's really not, if it's not an item, if it's not a character, then it's null. In the project root folder, this VS here. Let me see how big it is. Properties. It's 5 giga. It's 5 giga of stuff inside this VS. Weather Manager EPCH is 1 giga.3. Weather Manager is a class that is probably like 3000 lines. So what the hell is 1 giga.3? PS Sector Info is 1 giga.3. PS Sector Info is like 200 lines. What is this thing? Is it crazy or what? Succeeded, by the way. Okay, let me delete that. Maybe there is really something crazy going on inside this. Let me delete it. 5 giga. 5 giga for 3 files. Holy moly. Okay. Let me try again. Now maybe my Visual Studio will be super fast. Huh? Gian, you didn't comment on my avatar at the bottom left, like here. Or maybe you saw it already last time? Maybe you saw it already. Don't remember. Okay. Let me try to do so the thing that was messing him up was find in all open documents. If I do all open documents, it's GG. Okay, now it's much faster, I would say. Maybe it was just the cache that was completely fucked up. You did it last time, okay. Okay. Yeah, it seems to be faster. Maybe it's faster now. Maybe there's 5 gigabyte of nothingness was what he was messing him up. Maybe. Okay, anyway, it compiled. So it compiled, but I'm not sure I did everything I had to do. So user manager, let me just check. User manager was report something. Still parsing. It's parsing 70,000 files. Okay. GG. GG. Okay, repo position. Repo position. So this is the part that we changed. Okay, good. The instance we don't care. We get the sector. We get the sector name. And then let me just check. Ah, no, there is still a mess here. Sector, null sector. No, now we can properly do this. And sector name. And sector name, region name. I think it should be fine now. I don't know where this region name is used. Okay, region. Okay, I think it should be fine. So we should see now if everything is as expected. Let me recompile. We should see the slash pause, and we should have our sector, which is actually split into. So one will be Idla Plaza, and the other one will be our Cayo Central. Okay. Yes. Yes. Now we are generating rain only on one for now. So in theory, when I move from one to the other, the rain should go away, even if I don't remember if I actually. But I think I did. I did? I don't remember. We said we had a timer that was running every X seconds, checking for. Uh-oh. 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 Is rebuilding. Uh-oh. I think deleting the cache. I think deleting the cache deleted also something that I needed for recompilation. Fuck. So I think it's recompiling Unreal at the moment. Or is recompiling a part of Unreal. It's saying 30 out of 647. So maybe in those 5 giga there was also. But shouldn't that be inside intermediate? I mean, in theory, all the compilation should go inside. Oh my god, I did something that I should not have done. Okay. I moved the directory. Shouldn't this be all inside intermediate, right? The compilation files. I don't know. Anyway, it's recompiling. So if it's recompiling, anyway, it's getting late. So I think it was anyway time to end the stream somehow. But with this thing recompiling, I cannot continue because I need this to finish, and then I can continue doing my tests. Unfortunately, fuck. Let me see what he's doing under this. Yes, he's putting a bunch of stuff. He's putting. He has a small database, a small SQLite database, which, by the way, we could even open if we want, just for fun. And then he's creating this auto PCH. Again, he recreated user manager 1.3 giga. What the hell is this? It's like a cache of the compilation. Let me just for fun open this. I want to see what it contains. It contains 5 tables. Document data, project data, solution data. Document data is this shit. It's a bunch of ID and a blob. Project data is empty. Solution data is pointers to DLLs and a blob, which we cannot read, unfortunately. String info is this mess. I don't know, it's keeping a database of something. Okay, I think it will not take too much. I mean, we are already at like 200, but it's anyway getting late, so I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go anyway. But we did a good progress in the sense that what we did, we managed to port in Weather Manager with all the events. So this first line was done already, but now is even more done. Connect the Weather Manager with the client and triggering the weather by sector. So actually we did these 3 things. Now, I'm not sure that we are doing this. Should I delete this stuff? I'm not, so these 3 we are doing. I'm not sure that in the actual code I already implemented this, which is basically this one. So when the player moves, so when player, can I do it with the same size of the one above? When player changes sector, so I mean there is a time that runs, you know. Okay, I think this is better. So this one we still need to do, or I don't remember if I did it already. So it's basically that when the player is changing sector, we need to have this kind of timer that is realizing that the player has moved, and should ask the weather of that sector to the server side, right? Which is the reasoning we did here below, but I think I can't remove it because this one is decided anyway. This one is decided. So the other point is that, yeah, we have 3 entry points. Let me just move this a bit below. It is annoying. Move this above. Okay, because this is the important point. We have 3 entry points to change the weather. When the player connects, when the weather is changing, and when the player is changing sector. Okay, so these are the 3 entry points that we have to ensure that whatever these 3 things happen, we are sending an updated information. Now, when the player connects, I think we have it. When the weather is changing, we have it. When the player is changing sector, is this one. I think we are missing it at the moment. Okay, I think we are missing it. I mean, it's not too slow. If you want to wait another like 5 minutes, I think we may be done. And I may stay a bit more. I don't know, I just wanted to see that thing running, but I just wanted to see Yeah, but there is still stuff to do, you know, because we're not gonna finish it tonight anyway, because it's you know, we have to test the movement between. So we have to test few things. We have to test player changing sector, and we have to test weather changing in the same sector. So which kind of transition we have, you know. Because it should not be abrupt, it should not be immediate, you know. So it's not that it stops raining and it starts snowing immediately, right? So we already have some interpolation, I think, in our blueprints that is like smoothly changing between no rain and rain. And so I think that we need to check. Sorry, that this is actually working properly. Yeah, but I'm a bit tired as well, so I think I will go. Boys. I wanted to see it, but I think it still requires some time. Okay, so I will do it. We'll do it tomorrow. Now, the good news, the very good news, is that I'm in holidays. Next week, I'm not working, which is pretty good. So I don't know. I think we will see each other more, or I will play more video games. I don't know, one or the other. But I think definitely, if I can, I will try to keep more of a rhythm in the next days, so that also the people that are maybe watching, you know, have a better flow of the progress, and you can see how things are going and I'm proceeding, right? Okay, I think we call it a night, and I'm gonna go. Yeah, 24 hours stream. In theory, I could do it, but I could do it because I'm in holiday, so I can do whatever I want. But yeah, before going, please click follow if you didn't do it yet, and click follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube. Also, if you want to support the game or support what we are doing, we have a Patreon site. There are actually 24 people that already did it, so you can help us and join us in our channels for Discord. You get some perks. You get access to our videos, to our updates. If you're not a player of the previous version, you can also get access to the alpha version. You have some preview of the mines. You have some preview of other stuff that I did. So maybe you can check it out. If you cannot, no problem. It's the same. We will continue to develop the game anyway, but your support would be appreciated. Okay, with that, I think I'm going. See you boys next time. Let me see if I can do bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. This thing is weird. See you boys.